Well, is it possible to be right and wrong at the same time? Well, Nora, as usual, manages to get there. And I was honestly planning to expose another fake gay, fake Woko activist, James. We'll save James for another time, although he's coming up because he's also a bit of a con artist and promotes the gay on camera, but behind the scenes, not exactly who he says he is, and neither is Nora. And I've detailed many of Nora's lies, her stupidity, her insanities, but occasionally she does have, well, the evidence, so let's go through it. So I already read out Aaron's statement. Maybe he's going to erase the comment, but that is the statement he made on his channel for a short where he clipped Nora. Again, it is true, Nora was being very racist and stupid and being really insanely illogical, but we will deal with that shortly. Let me just let her have her say. So Nora says on her channel, once again, I find myself in the crosshairs of growing up in Scientology. That's Aaron Smith-Levin. This time, however, he has crossed too many lines in the month of Pride to make a video about me passing as a man when he has known me for 30 years and knows good and well I am a woman. But that wasn't enough for him. He spoke derogatorily about my minor son and liked comments calling me a groomer. Aaron is the president of the SBT Foundation. If you are, in fact, an under-the-radar Scientologist and reach out to his organization for help, just know that as the head of that organization, this is who he is. A homophobic, misogynistic, narcissistic philanderer. He chases current Scientologists and Sea Org members around, screaming obscenities, mocking them, calling them names, all while sitting at the top of an organization that says they want to help people leave this destructive group. I am once again calling for the remaining board members of the SBTFoundation.com to vote Aaron out and put someone in his place that would be welcoming, safe, and supportive to the enslaved people who are brave enough to seek help. At Natalie Life After a Cult, at Jenna Miscavige, at Surrounding by Cyan. That I think is George Bianca. Well, that was quite a mouthful, and as usual, she's lying, gaslighting, and misleading people. Now, are Jenna, Natalie, and George a bunch of scumbags? Yes. Is Natalie for a fact homophobic? I don't know. Is Jenna homophobic? I don't know. Is George... Well, George is a bit of a mess. I'd have to convict him of being a sexist. It's not the worst thing in the world, guys. George seems to just think women, physical bodies to be controlled. It is what it is. So it's not exactly the most helpful, nice teddy bear group. But will Jenna, for a fact, dislike the gay or even the black people who reach out to her? I don't know that. We don't know enough. Good faith, they have helped at least one openly gay person. About it that we know of. Give due credit where credit is due. But are they supporting a pro-racist, pro-Nazi, pro-fascist movement? Absolutely. And do they themselves display often pro-fascist, violent tendencies? Absolutely. In fact, Jenna with Aaron was caught on camera laughing it up while one of their friends threatened a child and an entire family. And they thought, oh, that's so funny. But if you do anything similar to Aaron or Jenna, you're evil and the enemy. Why? Don't know. They're magic and special. Okay, so they're evil clown people, and I do think it's right to label them fascists. Although I think Nora doesn't do any research. Technically speaking, Aaron being a narcissist does not mean he won't help. On the contrary, a narcissist will help you for their own advantage. Maybe she needs to do more research. That's the thing, guys. Being an altruist and a narcissist are not binaries. Stupid. Also, why is she bringing in the pride? Who the hell cares? I understand what she's trying to say. Right. And let's be very clear. Queer people have been oppressed. They have been in a revolutionary struggle, which I respect and I'm all supportive of. I'm not going to put myself out as the pro-gay ally, pro-trans all the time. I'm not. But I do respect and admire radical queer theory and a lot of radical gay activists who have gone out there and really risked a lot for basic decency. The Stonewall riots are a very important piece of history, not just about America, but queer history and, frankly, the history of global revolutionary struggles, which I do respect from a leftist point of view. However, I am not gay. I am not a bisexual. I myself happen to be very conservative on many things. including those aspects. But if gay people want to celebrate the Pride Month, whatever, but we're not obliged to help there. Help protect their basic rights? Absolutely. Help them even with revolutionary struggle in certain key cases? Absolutely as well. But I'm not into the pride gay, put trans flags on your free Palestine hashtags. I think those people are lame and stupid and weak. They tend to be like Nora. They're a bunch of fascist nutcases underneath it all. They're just stupid and morons. However, two things can be true. Is Nora a mess? Yes. Is she a pathological liar? Absolutely. Is she abusing, manipulating a lot of victims with insane narcissism? Correct. And in fact, she was gaslighting people trying to get justice for DOA's victims. What about DOA's victims? Your so pro-gay ally. What about him? Oh, Nora didn't care. For months and months, she was gaslighting her audience, saying, "Guys, I've spoken to DOA on the phone. It's okay. The female victims, the male victims, the gay victims. He's my DOA. I love him." Now, she could have just said, "Okay, I will support, strictly speaking, DOA here, here, and here, but no further." But no, she didn't do that. She said, "Oh, Scottish. Oh, your activism. Oh, it's so good. Let me get an interview and make money from you." All right, so she's in no position to criticize Aaron. She's a complete piece of garbage herself. However, she does have a son. Now, I want to be careful here. The way I understand it, she has at least one son who is not underage. So, given her tendency to lie, I hope she's not playing a trick where it's like, "Oh, no, 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 it's the kid who is not a minor." She has some kids who are not minors, guys. Wake up and smell the coffee. She's really old. She's near 50. Okay? Wake up and smell the coffee. But anyway, good faith, Aaron was speaking about her minor child, who is what? Approaching 17, 18? Alrighty then. But I don't want to get into her family affairs, although she is a fascist nutcase. So I guess the joke Aaron's trying to have is that, yes, technically, Nora has a boy, but really, when you think about it, it's a girl. Because, I mean, why would Nora talk like that? Okay. I don't see the punchline or the point. I guess he thinks little girls are just inferior. So when you really think about it, Nora committed a war crime. She took a nice, beautiful white man, but turned it into a white girl. Alrighty then. So, yeah, Aaron went full-blown mask off as a white nationalist. Now, he's been doing this for quite a while. He's been helping white nationalists behind the scenes and flirting with the fascism here and there. And it's happened, caught on camera quite a few times. So I want to be very clear. I'm not just calling out Jenna, Natalie, Kelly Copter, who made a whole video on the evil totalitarian communists. Went full Joe McCarthy. Oh, those destructive leftists. In a time of the alt-right, the KKK, Nazis marching everywhere. She's like, the real threat is the destructive, crazy leftist. Right, Kelly, you can go F yourself. See, Kelly says, I love my trans. I love my gay. I've been at the drag queens. Yeah, I'm with the drag queens. Kelly, you're no gay ally. You're no trans ally. You're just a piece of junk. Okay? So you're being exposed right now as being the fake con artist that you are. Because you literally embraced Aaron. And I don't mean like, literally, you literally hugged him. Oh, I love you, Aaron. Oh my God, you're so beautiful. Okay? So you're more than willing to take the money and help out fake gay ally. Right? Because, reasons. And again, I want to make this clear. This is a rumor that apostate Alex, allegedly, I cannot support apostate. He's not pro-gays enough. So here we have a guy who is directly insulting a gay woman's son, and saying gay woman's son is, she's a little girl. How do you know this? Why are you saying this? Why are we talking about this? Do you think about the sexuality of little girls being little boys all the time? Is this part of your Sea War practice games that you did in Los Angeles? What, were you chasing little boys and girls, trying to quiz them on their sexuality? Is that what you were up to, Aaron? Oh, but no, we don't want to ask those questions. See, we got to ask the questions to DOA and Alonzo. Do I really believe that Nora's gay daughter or gay son, whatever, are in danger? No, I don't. No, she does a lot of false panic. However, she is correct. It's not about Pride Month, but what are we doing? What are we doing helping neo-Nazis, white nationalists, and racists? and doing a lot of racism and fascism and homophobia. Why are we doing this? Why? Because I guess Aaron's plan to fight the Scientology homophobia and fascism is with his own homophobic fascism. Brilliant idea, Aaron. Brilliant idea. But hey, it works for his crowd. He's got over 240,000 subscribers. So, there you go. Hate sells. Oh, but see, when you have hatred towards Iranists and the exile, oh, they're being terrorized. Oh my God. Oh my God, a predator is terrorizing Aaron's. Right. Let me just say this for 1 minute because it's really astonishing to me. Aaron doesn't seem to realize the irony. A predator who self-identifies as gay and apparently was into little boys terrorizing you is karma. Normal people would call that karma when a racist, fascist, misogynistic homophobe is terrorized by a gay man into little boys. They would say that's justice. You deserve more terrorism, frankly. But that's just me. I just noticed the cosmic karma being played out. It's pretty hilarious when you think about it. But this is not funny. This is not joking. Terrorizing little gay children. You guys do what you want with your own life. Mexican long hair Ellie, if that's what you want to sign up for, have a ball. Have a ball terrorizing little gay children. If that's how you get off and get your rocks off and get your money, by all means. But you are a bunch of neo-Nazi thugs. I don't care if Mexican long hair is super Hispanic Native American. Wrong is wrong. It's not about children or Native American or the color of your skin. You should show basic respect. If you don't show basic respect, you don't get basic respect. Nora fails to be respectful, so she doesn't deserve respect. By the way, we don't know if her children are gay. Maybe her son just likes girls. Could be the case. Maybe he's asexual. I don't know. I don't care anymore. I really don't care. So I agree halfway with Nora. Aaron's Nazism and fascism is too much. It needs to stop. It needs to be banned. It needs to be expelled. It needs to be called out. It doesn't need to be coddled by Mexican long hair and Ellie. Bro, my second gen. Oh my God, they're heroes saving children. No, they're not. They're a bunch of thugs terrorizing children. That's what they're doing. Although, to be fair to Aaron, his latest trick is to pay children to do activism for him. Oh, Hitler style. We're doing a Hitler Youth again, like L. Ron Hubbard. Thank Jesus. Thank you, Mexican long hair, for protecting a predator, paying children to forward fascist propaganda. Because, how does that work out historically? So I agree in principle. F you, Aaron, and your Nazism. Bad. However, Nora has her own Nazism. It's not much better, and putting a pro-queer blue butterfly pink elephant does not make it better. But she is right that Aaron's insults and meditations on little queer children, I don't think it's because he's seriously trying to help children. I think he's just being a serious evil predator, showing his predatory instincts again, unfortunately.